What do you think are the hottest things that someone can say to arouse their partner?
Mm. Well, based off of the DMs and the comments that I get in regard to my audios, people really love being claimed. Like, this is mine, your orgasm is mine. They love that because it's not just sex for the sake of sex at that point. It's like they want you badly.
Mm.
So that really turns people on. I think also, like, I need this. Like, I need you. I need your cock. For
Like, I
lack of a
need you,
better
and
term.
only you can provide this for me.
Yeah, but that's really what it is. And even if you're someone who's non-monogamous like myself, I'm polyamorous, still in that encounter, for someone to really just be like, I need you, I want your body, like these gorgeous curves, like these are the only curves I want right now. It just grounds you in the situation. And especially when you're a woman, sometimes your brain can kind of be off in space during sex once in a while. And it grounds you in that situation where someone's like, look at me, like, I want you, you're here with me. So eye contact, that claiming, just like setting, like, you're the only person I want right now. I feel like that's all the sexiest things you
I
can
love
say.
them. I love them. And it makes a lot of sense because, like, psychologically, when we're with someone, we want to feel deeply desired.
Mm-hmm.
And those words show that deep desire that, like, humans need, they crave, and they don't get it in like their daily life.
Yeah.
Sexual encounters really allow for like that to come out. A lot of people call it like the animalistic time. Yeah, I love those examples. Thank you. Now,
Of
I want
course.
to pivot a little bit into your music career. You're a musician, singer, songwriter. I have a lot of
Mm-hmm.
respect for you because my best friend also writes music, and I just know how like hard it can be. But
Mm-hmm.
also to consistently do it, it takes a lot of like effort. So there was a song that you released a while back called Daddy.
Yes.
What is it about?
So I released Daddy about 3 months ago, and I actually wrote it a couple years ago when I met the partner that I live with. And he's like this giant masculine man, like very stereotypically masculine. And I found myself wanting to like nurture and comfort him and being a safe space emotionally. And so Daddy is about that. It's funny because it starts out sounding like it's going to be like a sexual domination kind of thing, like a kinky thing, but it's actually about allowing your partner to kind of set aside the societal need to be a man and to be masculine and be a safe space for them to open up and be emotional and vulnerable with you, being their best friend. Like, I have a line in the second verse that says, I won't undermine your masculinity, it's just how I feel. Like, don't worry, you're not any less of a man for
Right.
being emotional. That's what I want to be able to provide to you.
Oh, that's lovely. And from Daddy, what kind of feedback have you been getting?
A lot of really good feedback as a whole. There are some men that on face value are very uncomfortable by it and have expressed that they're uncomfortable with the imagery. So it's me like in a bunch of pink fluffy clouds and I'm wearing a black latex bodice. And then my partner's laying in my lap all peacefully sleeping on a cloud pretty much. And I feel that that's very tame imagery, but I think for a lot of guys, the thought of being submissive, the thought of stepping outside of the stereotypically masculine role feels threatening and scary because it's the basis in which we base all of men's value on. And so to step outside of that, it's like, well, who am I? I'm not a man. And so I think for me, when I see those comments, it bums me a little bit, but I'm also like, this song is exactly for you, to assure you that you're not any less of a man for being that vulnerable with your partner, with your friends, with family members, and any sort of situation. And so I've gotten a lot of those, but I found that I've been able to explain it, like when I've talked one-on-one with people, explain it in a way where it is non-threatening, that it's just coming from a loving place. But a lot of women have said that they feel this way, that they want to be this for their partner, but they don't really know how, that they feel nervous to bring it up, to say like, hey, I want to take care of you too. I want to be able to
Yeah.
switch that role so you can be softer and I can be more of the provider sometimes, so we can truly be partners. And be two but one in the
Yeah.
relationship.
Oh, and that message is so important because there is like a comeback of support for extreme masculinity.
Yes.
Like, I feel like it was gone for a while. I'm an older millennial, so there was a time where we finally all understood that men being vulnerable is good. It's healthy,
Yeah.
right? But then now, the last 4 years, 5 years ish, it's been coming back with a lot of the stuff that's been going on in America, in Europe, in Asia. I mean, really around the world. Like, that message is coming back again, where like you should be more masculine.
Yes.
And I think there is a difficulty for a lot of young guys, like boys, to distinguish between like healthy masculinity and unhealthy masculinity. And I think that messages like this is important because it allows for like learning with no pressure, because it's through arts,
Yeah.
like through music. You're not lecturing. This is not
No.
a gospel. Like, it's just like, it's a song, listen to it. But then I think these
Yeah.
types of arts help people like break stereotypes.
Yeah, well, that's what I was hoping to do. And I was hoping to, I mean, I had a little fun with it as well. Like, I
Yeah.
wanted it to be fun. I wanted it to be inviting and ultimately, non-threatening. I'm not trying to lecture you. I'm not trying to tell you that you're wrong for being or wanting to be masculine.
Yeah.
And when we see, because like there's new age, like toxic masculinity being pushed in everybody's faces. And when I see that, they're always saying that masculinity is under attack and that no one wants masculine men. And I'm like, what about all the heterosexual women that do really want masculine men? But what they don't want is aggression and standoffishness and like a lack of respect for boundaries and emotions and not being open, which none of those things are masculine. Those are toxic qualities that anyone can have, but they've gotten lumped under the umbrella of masculinity. And so we've just kind of written them off as like, that's just how guys are, but it doesn't have to be. And with the statistics of recently, it's saying like guys under 30 are the most lonely they've ever been. They have the fewest sexual partners they have ever had and the fewest number of relationships under 30. I think it is largely in part to that, because women, we are socialized to be open, to be emotional, but not all women naturally are. It's just like a difference in socializing. And so you can see when guys finally break down that wall, they're able to be those things as well. And it doesn't make them suddenly a woman, but that's what women respond to. So I just feel like, you're going to be lonely if you never open up to someone. If you think that being a man is being stoic and strict and unkind and unyielding, yes, you're going to be alone. But I kind of live on the camp that it's not their fault, but it is their responsibility to work through those toxic dynamics that they've been taught.
Thanks for listening. This was Love Bites. Love Bites by Dr. Tara. Follow Dr. Tara on social media at lovebites.co. Have an orgasmic day.